I'm going to tell you the story of two job seekers, both with the same skill set, living in the same city. One got a job in 29 days, one is still looking. So a little over a month ago, I had done this session, and when I do that, people message me on social media. It's pretty common. And it was weird because I got two separate emails from two women, and they were from the same city, big city that we know, and very similar backgrounds. And so they each told me the story. This is pretty common. People will message me their career story in great detail. Now, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you all. I've been doing this for 20 years. Everyone comes to me with their career story and believes theirs is different. And they feel that theirs is unique and that there's something wrong, right? Like they're special. And the reality is there's only about 5 or 6 scenarios, and I can identify pretty quickly what your scenario is and then put you on a plan to solve that scenario. But everyone comes in thinking their story is unique. And what's worse is everyone catastrophizes their story. So they have got this major motion picture in their head, this career story about their situation that makes them scared, understandably so, right? You're scared about finding a new job. Both of them had been laid off from restructurings, right? So I get it, you're fearful. And this story is like going, and they've got all these details and they think they're so unique and special and different, but you're not. Just gonna be honest, 20 years of doing it, you're not. So I look at both of them, but by reading both career stories, I can immediately tell one is going to be successful at job search and one is not. That's it. One career story from each of them, same backgrounds. I can tell you which one's gonna get a job and which isn't. The one that got a job in 29 days, she was scared and, you know, had these things that she was worried about, but she was ready to put her ego aside and put herself in what we call temporary productive discomfort. See, temporary productive discomfort is understanding that the only way you're going to grow and get the results you're looking for is if you close your gap in knowledge. We call it the ignorance tax. You got to pay down your ignorance tax. The reason we don't get results in our life oftentimes is because there's something we don't know that we need to know. And job search is one of those situations. We weren't taught job search in school. Most people are doing it incorrectly. And when you throw in a crazy competitive job market like the one we're in right now, you have got to up your game. There are just things you need to learn to do that you're not doing. For example, back channeling. Look it up. It's all over my TikTok feed. So this person was very clear in reaching out to me that they understood they were just missing some things. And if they could learn those things, they believed they could get it done. They were confident they could get the job. Sure enough, this person joined my JSAP, Job Search Accountability Program, followed it to the letter, job offer in 29 days. Second person, same long, complex story, fearful, but instead of putting their ego aside and saying they could do this with the right information or the knowledge, whole extra section where I've done all the things, I've tried it all, there's nothing, this isn't gonna work for me, nothing's going to work for me, I'm doomed. And I could tell right there, this person was going to fiercely protect the idea that they couldn't do it, and in doing so, fail. Because there's a famous phrase that says, if you believe you can or you can't, you're right. And that's exactly what this person was doing. You could tell, right? I've tried everything, nothing's gonna work for me, there's nothing left to learn. It's just not working, this is terrible, this is horrible. I'm not gonna be able to change that person's mind. Now what's interesting is this person didn't join my program, but kept messaging me on social media. So over the next 4 weeks, I'm getting, messages unsolicited just sent to me, twice a week. Well, I didn't get this job, or see what I mean? I tried this and it failed. And, people say to do this, JT, and it didn't work. Like reinforcing for 4 weeks. Obviously not getting a job. But when the other person did, I celebrated her success and posted something about it. And this person messaged me and said, see what I mean? Why does this person, we're the same. I looked her up on social media, we're the same. Had looked her up on LinkedIn. And that's when I had to message this person and say, you are succeeding. You are succeeding at the very thing that you want, which is to prove yourself right about not being able to do this. Go back and look at all your messages. The whole mindset and message that you have right now is to stay in this unproductive discomfort. It's not working. The definition of insanity is doing the same things and expecting a different result, okay? You have fiercely held on to the notion that you aren't going to get a job and fail, and that's what you've gotten. That's what you've gotten. I obviously said it a little bit more tactfully than that. The person did not respond back to me since, so clearly she's upset. She will probably see this as well. I am being even more blunt here Because as I thought about that conversation, I thought, how many people out there right now are feeling that way? And it breaks my heart. This is a bad market. It is a hard market. You have got to up your game. But if you are clinging fiercely to being able to say, see, it doesn't work for me, I can't do this, see, then that's what you're going to get. And people need jobs right now. People need better paying jobs right now. So you've got to put the ego aside. You've got to open up your ears and your mind and understand you've got to pay down an ignorance tax. You've got to close your gaps in knowledge right now. Because if you don't, you will keep getting what you're getting. I don't want that for people. That is why I'm on this app, giving as much advice as I possibly can. Doing it 20 years, honestly, I've never seen it as bad as it is right now. And the funny thing is other people don't get that. You know, people that have jobs and are doing great, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's not for these people. You know who you are. There's a huge group of people out there right now that needed to hear this. Maybe you know somebody that needed to hear this. Please, whether you work with me and my team or not, it doesn't matter. Pay down your ignorance tax. Learn new things, try new things, up your job search game, and believe in yourself. Believe that you will eventually unlock that one piece of knowledge that gets you what you're looking for. But the moment you give up, the moment you stop, the moment you decide it's not possible, then you've made that come true, okay? I hope that made sense to everybody because I care a lot about you. Let me know in the comments below if it made sense, and share it with a friend. That would be awesome too, okay? Good luck. Go get them.